A woman's fantasy is usually what? They imagine some rich, handsome fellow swooping in, and of all the women that he could choose, he chooses this, usually average or below average girl, and decides to give her everything he has, all of his riches, takes her around the world, puts her in fancy houses, expensive cars, all the designer clothing and everything else. So her fantasy is not really about the man in particular. It is about being transported into that lifestyle. And I guess it helps with the fantasy if he's good looking. But for the most part, he's interchangeable. As long as he's decent looking enough, that fellow could be swapped out as long as he is giving the rest in there. And this is why I say women are not the romantics. They pretend to be the romantics. But what ideas are they really romanticizing here? And I'll prove it to you this way, in that most men, you ask a woman, what is a man's number one fantasy? Not kink here, but his number one actual relationship style fantasy here. What is he going to say? Is he going to say he wants a rich girl? He wants a girl boss babe who has her own business? No, I will tell you what the male fantasy actually is here. If the female fantasy is the rich, handsome, take me around the world man picks her, a man's fantasy, and few will admit this, but the actual truth of the matter is they would like to pick a woman who genuinely liked them. So even if he was up here when she found him, if he drops down and descends, if he falls, if he stumbles, the woman is not going to, God, what a loser, I can't stick around with this bum anymore. The male fantasy is having a woman who, when you're at your lowest, would be there to pick you up and raise you higher again. And that is such a rare thing to see among the female population. That's why those stories you see where that happens get so many upvotes and go viral, because it is such a uncommon situation to encounter. And more often than not, they happen to be godly women. Perhaps that indoctrinating of the religion led them to that belief that this is what they should be doing. So perhaps they're not even serving that man. They are serving a perceived greater good up in the sky that has them doing those kind deeds. Now, perhaps a little more cynical than others might like, but I think it is what it is. Oh, stop pouting about it. I know you love that video. So go ahead, do the right thing, the smart thing. Subscribe.